Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This is a little film I did yesterday in Jacksonville, Florida, going to a bunch of estate sales. I go ahead and warn you, I screwed up and didn't hold the camera right, so everything's going to be vertical instead of horizontal. Had a decent day, but I just thought I'd document it and share it with you. Alright everybody, on the road. It's a foggy morning. See out there, but on the grind, getting it started. Going to get some good finds this morning. Be there in about 3 hours. All right, got a few things at the first sale. Wasn't all that great. Just a little bag of clothes mainly, and a couple other things. Almost mistakenly bought a pair of Harley Davidson boots. I grabbed them. They were real cheap, and luckily I looked good before I left. They were messed up, so dodged a bullet with that one. But on to the next sale. Here's Neptune Beach. Went to another state sale. It was horrible. Nothing there. So on the way to another one. All right, I finally had a decent score.
107.3 Planet Radio. I'm Allie.
Went to a fancy schmancy house, and I found a what I think is a nice cervical neck stretcher that ought to be a good profit. And I found an old like a country kitchen canister set that you hang on the wall, metal canister, like from the 20s or 30s. I don't think it's that old, but it's very unusual. I almost thought I had a nice audio recording interface. It had been about $100, and you could resell it for about $250. But I plugged it in, it didn't power up, and then I started smelling electrical smell. So I'm glad I didn't take a chance on that without plugging it up.
Turn left on Marsh Landing Parkway.
Looking a little better. All right, pretty good one there. Real unusual. Apparently the old man was an artist. He had a ton of old figurines, a lot of carved stuff from all over the world. Apparently he was an artist and liked to travel. I got a neat Masonic rug from Morocco for cheap. Some unusual items. There were a lot of religious items in there. I got a communion set that ought to do well, but interesting. So moving on. I was talking in the estate sale last when I left. Everybody finds out that you do eBay. You know, they always want to ask you questions about it. Of course, they had done eBay themselves, being estate sale people. But if you asked me what I thought of eBay, I told her, I was complaining a little bit about the ups and downs. She made a great point, and it goes with business in general, brick and mortar or online. You got to look at the month. You can't look at the day and judge how you're doing. It's like last week, I had a great week last week. I was averaging between $300 and $400 a day in sales. I had 2 days that I was over 500, and then it's like somebody turned the tap off 3 days ago. I went from the day before about $350 down to I think $80, and then the day after that I only did $130. And today at 1 o'clock, I've only done $14. And it's frustrating as hell. And anybody watching this probably, you can sympathize. I'm sure you've had the exact same thing happen to you. But try to stay positive. It's a good buying day, so I'm enjoying that. Things have started to turn around after a bad start. But I'm going to stop in here and get me a little something to eat right quick before I go to this next one. It's going to take me about 20 minutes to drive there. Thanks. Well, that was last one was pretty disappointing. It was a house full of stuff. but it was just a bunch of crap. I call that a lady house. It had nothing but pottery and candles and just stuff that I have no interest in. That really ain't worth a whole lot. A lot of art, but I don't do anything with art. So I got one item there and paid a little bit more than I really wanted to. But moving on to the next one. We'll hit another sale. Not too bad. I got an interesting Lionel trolley set in the box. Looked like it had never been taken out of the box. Paid a little more than I wanted to. Then I started to leave. That's why you should never get frustrated and leave. 'Cause I went in the first room, there was a bunch of craft stuff in there, and I started to just leave because there was another sale I wanted to get to. And the more I looked around, the more stuff I saw. They had a couple of interesting items in there. So anytime you can get specialty stuff that you don't know what it is, there's a good chance it might be valuable. But I've run out of estate sales. It's 4 o'clock now, and all the rest of them are ending at 4. So I'm going to go to this one place that I found a couple of weeks ago that's does closeouts of commercial equipment like electrical stuff and plumbing stuff, and they had a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to see if they're open and go check them out and see what I can find. All right. And that was it. Overall, a pretty good buying day. Be interesting to break everything out and see exactly what the profit's going to look like. Today is Saturday, and I went to another town and did a couple of estate sales. Got lucky at one, and the guy that used to live in the house did something with film. I think he taught at a university, and I started scanning books, and it was probably one of the best scanning sessions I've ever had. About every 6th or 7th book that I scanned alerted to buy with the app that I use. So I walked out of there with about, I don't know, maybe 25, 26 books. So I ought to do pretty well on that. But maybe I'll do a video breaking that down later. But thanks for watching, and I'll be putting out some more content soon. So please subscribe to the channel and keep checking back. Happy reselling.